Jen friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the Daily News. So, Rahul Gandhi is in the United States of America and as usual, he has spoken against the Prime Minister, which is his absolute right and he can say whatever he wishes to say. And nobody can deny him that right. That right is given to him by the Constitution of India and the land where he stands and he's talking. So both the countries support free speech and Rahul Gandhi can say whatever he feels like. However, I'd like to point out that what he has said is factually incorrect. Now, having the right to say something is great, but being a leader in a political party and being a popular leader in a country like India, you must have your facts in front of you. Now, for example, Rahul Gandhi in a public meeting in the United States of America says that the status or the position of Muslims in our country today is exactly like what it was for the Dalits in the 80s. Mr. Rahul Gandhi forgets that it was his father and his grandmother who were the Prime Ministers of India in the 80s. They were the Prime Ministers. They controlled the government in India. So I think Rahul Gandhi has pretty much shot himself in the foot. That's number one. Number two, he also said that, the Sikhs are being mistreated. Again, factually incorrect. Punjab is the place where a lion's share or the majority of Sikhs of India reside. And while Sikhs are everywhere around the world, in every country, in every state in India, you will find Sikhs, but a majority of them stay in Punjab. Now, in Punjab, when was the last time you heard of a BJP government in Punjab? This time you have the Aam Aadmi Party government, and Mr. Bhagwant Mann is the constitutionally elected Chief Minister of Punjab. So this is the Aam Aadmi Party government. Before that, there was the Congress government in power in Punjab. So, where is the question of BJP not treating Sikhs right? What has BJP done, which is against the Sikhs? And again, Mr. Rahul Gandhi forgets that it was under his father's watch. It was under his father's watch that a pogrom was carried out across India, especially in Delhi where 3,000 Sikhs were killed. I'm talking about October end and November 1984. Before that, it was under his grandmother's watch that one of the most shameful chapters in Indian history post-independence, which is Operation Blue Star, was carried out. A totally unnecessary operation, which was a blot that can never be washed away, ever. Even after 500 years, people may forget the pogrom. People may forget the innocent lives that were lost. Nobody will forget Operation Blue Star, and they will not forget the attack on Harbandar Sahib. Because this, and I say this as a veteran, I say this as an Indian Army officer, former officer of the Indian Army, Operation Blue Star was unforgivable, is unforgivable, and will forever be unforgivable. That was done on the Congress watch. Now, also, Mr. Rahul Gandhi said that, my Bharat Jodo Yatra, the government tried to object to the Bharat Jodo Yatra. They tried to stop it. I'm sorry, Mr. Gandhi, nobody tried to stop your yatra. Nobody said stop it. There were legitimate security concerns and they were put up in front of you. If you actually believe that somebody tried to stop your yatra, can you please share with us who was that individual who called you or called your team and said, drop this yatra? Please tell me who in the government called you. I would like to understand as a citizen of India. Please explain to me. So, all these comments saying that, this happened and that happened, and then you go on to say you pick up your phone and you tell the world that, Mr. Modi, you directly said that the Prime Minister has ordered the tapping of your phone and you're being listened into. Why would anybody want to tap your phone? Which government position do you hold? What secrets do you have that the government would want to know? None. It's not like you're the leader of the opposition party. I mean, you tell the world that it's actually Mr. Khalge who's in charge, not you. So, if at all the government wants to tap phones, it should tap Mr. Khalge's phone. It's not tapping anybody's phone as far as I know. But how can you be so sure? What proof do you have? These are serious allegations and factually incorrect allegations that you're making on foreign soil. And Mr. Rahul Gandhi, I'd like to ask you, how do you know that your phone is being tapped? I'd like to understand that. This is the first thing any lawyer will ask you, how do you know? Then you'll simply say, somebody told me. Somebody told me. Who that somebody is, nobody knows. Somebody told. It's like exactly when you went to Kashmir. And you know what you said in Kashmir? You said, there was a terrorist standing there. I looked at the terrorist looked at me, and the terrorist knew that I had come in peace. I meant no harm. I just wanted to talk. So the terrorist went away. By saying that, you have insulted the lakhs of Kashmiri Pandits who were displaced. You have insulted the memory of all the martyrs, all the people who laid down their lives, whether they're from the army, the CRPF, the BSF, the J&K police. You insulted them. You insulted their memory by saying that, I come in peace, therefore the terrorists did nothing. Were you trying to normalize terrorism in Kashmir? Were you trying to say that all these other people didn't come in peace? Were you saying that the Kashmiri Pandits did not come in peace? Or they were not there in peace and they were a violent lot? If so, can you please name one Kashmiri Pandit terrorist or one Kashmiri Pandit who has picked up the gun? Even in response, I'd like to know the name. So, I think, Mr. Gandhi, it's not about whether it's your right to speak or not. Let's not be childish about it. Of course, it's your right. Nobody's denying you that right. It's constitutionally valid. Whatever you want to say, you can. But you have a higher responsibility. And there is a certain sense of morality that what I say in public or even in private must be the truth. It should ideally be the truth. You can't say that there was a 58,000 crore rupee Rafale scam. You can't say Chaukidar chor hai and then suddenly decide that, no, I'm not going to pursue it because, now it's no longer valid for me to do so or no longer relevant for me to do so because the elections are over. You accused Prime Minister Modi of 58,000 crore rupees of theft in the Rafale aircraft deal. And you know what the Supreme Court said about that? And you had to backtrack. But you made those allegations. And it's all right for your supporters to think that, fine, you made those allegations. Now, very respectfully, I'd like to ask you, Mr. Gandhi, why? Why should you say all this? And if you have made certain comments, don't you think it's for you as a responsible leader to back it up with data, with hard facts? But you did not, choose to do so. You just made allegations and insinuations. Last time you went, you also spoke about what's happening in India. This time also you said what is happening in India. Factually incorrect. And that is what hurts me. Not whether you have actually said it or not. I mean, even if you should not ideally say things against the country, outside the country, if things were factually correct, I would have still stood by you. That maybe the place is wrong. But hey, the guy is not wrong. He is right. Maybe he should not have said it outside, but he's factually right, He's got his facts right. The problem, Mr. Gandhi, very respectfully, is that you've got your facts wrong. And what you've presented are not facts. They're just made up insinuations. Now, regarding this, Morgan Stanley says that India today is very different from the India that was in 2013. That is before Prime Minister Modi came to power. And I'm reading from the report, and the report says this India is different from what it was in 2013. In a short span of 10 years, India has gained positions in the world order with significant positive consequences for the macro and market outlook. Further, it says that supply-side policy reforms, formalization of Economy, Real Estate Regulation and Development Act, digitalizing social transfers, insolvency and bankruptcy code, flexible inflation targeting, focus on FDI, India's 401k movement, government support for corporate profits and MNC sentiment at multi-year high, while filing the report. Now, this is what they say. So I think this is the Morgan Stanley report. If you want to read it, you can go on the internet and download it and read it. And I think India is going in the right direction. And Morgan Stanley is one of the most respected financial institutions in the world. Another news that I have for you is, how the Khalistanis were actually wanting to, hold a referendum. I don't know what is wrong with these Khalistanis. They want to create Khalistan inside India and then they want to hold a referendum in Australia and Canada. It doesn't even make sense to anybody. But well, that's how Khalistanis are. So they booked this place called the Masonic Centre, the Sydney Masonic Centre in Sydney, Australia. And the Sydney Masonic Centre said yes to the booking, and then they realized that these Khalistanis are a bunch of crooks. So the Masonic Centre has this morning cancelled. I'm quoting the spokesperson for SMC. He told Australia Today the Masonic Centre has this morning cancelled this booking as it is in conflict with adopted Masonic policy and due to risks to Masonic staff, assets, and members of the public which cannot be practicably mitigated. We did not understand the nature of this Khalistan event at the time of booking. However, after lots of deliberation, a decision was taken that Sydney Masonic Centre does not want to be part of any event which can be potentially harmful to the community. Now, basically, the Sydney Masonic Centre says that these Khalistanis are dangerous to the public. The Sydney Masonic Centre says that we cannot guarantee the safety of life and limb, and these Khalistanis will harm innocent people. We don't want a law and order situation, therefore we are cancelling this event. So, the Khalistanis are, they're welcome to hold their events. Even at the Sydney Masonic Centre, who cares? A bunch of guys getting together and speaking nonsense. Nobody takes them seriously, except for the Pakistanis, whom nobody takes seriously, except for the Khalistanis. It goes round and round. The Khalistanis take the Pakistanis seriously, who take the Khalistanis seriously, who take the Pakistanis seriously, who take the Khalistanis seriously. It goes round and round. That's about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, please press like. And thank you for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow with another fresh news. Till then, Jai Hind.